Welcome to Fairy Animal Stories, your go-to place for heartwarming and emotional animal tales. As once upon a time, in a small, quiet village, nestled between rolling hills and a dense forest, there lived a kind-hearted woman named Eliza and her 5-year-old son, William. William was a bright and curious child, full of wonder and imagination, but he had been blind since birth. Despite his inability to see, William had a unique way of experiencing the world. He could hear the rustle of leaves in the wind, feel the warmth of the sun on his face, and smell the sweet fragrance of wildflowers in the meadow. His mother loved him dearly and did everything she could to make his life joyful and fulfilling. One crisp autumn morning, Eliza took William to the village square. The air was filled with the scent of freshly baked bread and the sound of merchants calling out to customers. William held his mother's hand tightly, listening intently to the bustling sounds around him. Suddenly, he tugged at her sleeve and said, "Mama, I want to help people too. Even though I can't see, I can still do something good, can't I?" Eliza's heart swelled with pride. She knelt down and hugged him tightly. "Of course, my dear. You have a kind heart, and that's the most important thing. We'll find a way for you to help others." But as the days passed, William grew restless. He wanted to do something meaningful, something that would make a difference. One afternoon, while sitting by the window, he heard a faint whimper outside. It was a soft, sorrowful sound, like a creature in pain. William's ears perked up, and he called out, "Mama, do you hear that? Someone needs help." Eliza listened carefully but heard nothing. She assumed it was just the wind. But William insisted, "No, Mama, it's real. Please let me go outside and see. Listen." Reluctantly, Eliza agreed, and together they stepped into the backyard. William followed the sound, his small hands outstretched, until he stumbled upon a stray dog lying beneath a bush. The dog was thin and dirty, with matted fur and a wounded paw. It looked up at William with sad, pleading eyes. "Mama, it's a dog. He's hurt," William exclaimed, his voice filled with concern. Eliza knelt beside the dog and examined its paw. "You're right, William. He's been injured. We should take him inside and help him." William gently reached out his hand, and to everyone's surprise, the dog licked his fingers, as if thanking him. From that moment on, a special bond formed between the blind boy and the stray dog. William named him Shadow because the dog seemed to follow him everywhere, like a loyal shadow. Over the next few weeks, Shadow's wound healed, and he grew stronger. He became William's constant companion, guiding him through the village and even alerting him to obstacles in his path. It was as if Shadow understood William's blindness and had taken it upon himself to be the boy's eyes. One day, as William and Shadow were walking near the forest, they heard a cry for help. It was a faint, desperate sound, coming from deep within the woods. William's heart raced. "Shadow, we have to help," he said, gripping the dog's collar. Shadow barked and led the way, his keen senses guiding them through the trees. They soon discovered a young girl named Clara, who had fallen into a shallow ravine while picking berries. She was scared and unable to climb out on her own. "Don't worry, we'll help you," William called out. With Shadow's help, he found a long stick and extended it toward Clara. She grabbed hold, and William pulled with all his might until she was safely out of the ravine. Clara hugged William tightly, tears streaming down her face. "Thank you. You saved me." Word of William's bravery spread quickly through the village. People were amazed that a blind boy and a stray dog had accomplished such a heroic feat. From that day on, William and Shadow became local heroes, and the villagers began to see William in a new light. They realized that even though he couldn't see, he had a unique ability to sense things others couldn't. and his heart was full of courage and compassion. But the story doesn't end there. One stormy night, as the wind howled and rain lashed against the windows, William woke up to the sound of Shadow barking urgently. "What is it, boy?" William asked, sitting up in bed. Shadow tugged at his sleeve, pulling him toward the door. William followed, his heart pounding. As they stepped outside, Shadow led him to the edge of the forest, where a faint glow could be seen through the trees. It was a small, flickering light, like a lantern. William and Shadow ventured closer, and to their astonishment, they found an old, abandoned cottage. Inside, they discovered a group of travelers who had been caught in the storm. Among them was a frail old man who had fallen ill. "Please help us," one of the travelers begged. "We've been lost for days, and he's too weak to go on." Without hesitation, William and Shadow guided the travelers back to the village, where Eliza and the other villagers provided them with food, shelter, and medical care. The old man recovered, and the travelers were forever grateful to William and his loyal dog. From that day on, William and Shadow became known as the village's guardians. They continued to help those in need, proving that even the smallest among us can make a big difference. And though William never regained his sight, he found a new way to see the world, through the love and loyalty of his faithful friend, Shadow. And so, the blind boy and the stray dog lived happily ever after, their bond unbreakable and their hearts full of kindness. The villagers often said that William and Shadow were a reminder that miracles can happen when we open our hearts to others, no matter our limitations.